Right, guys, welcome back to another episode. And today we're talking about one of my most common catchphrases. I have a few. We all develop. Every coach develops their own little catchphrases. Most people will develop their own little catchphrase over time, and very often we use the phrase "last set, best set." Um, it's common enough across the gym culture to say that. I adopted it myself, and recently, whilst training in the hurling club gym, there's a group of young lads, like kids, hanging about. Their big brothers and parents were all watching or playing in a match on the field, and these little younger lads were a bit bored, so they were hanging out with me in the gym, which was a bit of fun. And on my last set, I had one of them count for me, and on the set of five, and it says, when you count four, I want you to shout as hard as you can, last rep, best rep. And he did. He put his heart and soul into it, and it was priceless. But what does it come from? What does it mean from my perspective? And what it comes back to is my own youth, my teenage years, coming up as a karate practitioner. And we had a coach that we'd work with on occasion, not often enough, but every time we worked with this lad, it left a massive impression. His name is Jared Burke. Jared's still knocking about. The last time I was in England, which was a few years ago, I'll grant, um, you know, I saw him. We said hello. As a group, of young lads doing karate, we had Jared on a pedestal, but it was a well-earned pedestal. You see, not only was a black belt, he was a black belt instructor, but he was a genuinely nice bloke, incredibly fit. This guy had a gas tank. He could just go and go and go and go and go. He was pretty strong. He was fast, technical and precise. And when we were sparring, when we saw him fight, it's just unreal, the speed and precision with which he fought. And we all wanted to be more like Jared. He was also a fireman. Anytime we trained with him, we leveled up. He just brought that out of us. But what stands out is one particular training session. And we're working away, we're doing these sparring drills, and we're working away. And he's pushing us. He really is. He's pushing us, working hard, but at the same time, giving us tips to work smarter. And it was in this particular session, we've been working for a good bit. Everybody's getting tired. We're a good bit into the day. And he gives us a little speech. Basically what he's telling us is, as we're getting tired, as fatigue builds, you can't allow it to make us sloppy. As we fatigue, we have to get tighter. We have to get more efficient. As you get tired, get tighter. And by tighter, he doesn't mean like the weightlifting strength tight, that muscle tension, but he means the technique gets tighter. You know what I mean? You take out excess movement, you take out all wasted movement, you just strip it down to its absolute bones and technique, boom, in and out, quickest route possible, tighter and tighter technique. And the remainder of the day, that was the core concept the training revolved around until the day was done. Fantastic session. Do you know, if I remember rightly, it's the only training session I managed to land a punch on him. So it was a memorable day. The thing is, everyone gets tired, right? It's inevitable. You push yourself hard, you're going to get tired. How do you manage that? Do you lose focus? Do you allow that fatigue to take control? I sort of guess that Jared's teaching is largely informed by his experience as a fireman, not just a karate guy, not just a fit bloke who trains, but as a fireman. You roll up to an unknown scenario, might be a fire, got the full kit on. I've worn the fire kit. It is pretty heavy and it's pretty warm. You got the respirator on, which is additional weight as well. You've got the weight of the hose and whatever other kit. That's a fair bit of load you're hoofing about. And then you've got the adrenaline, which, you know, drains the gas tank pretty quick. If it's a fire, there's the heat, there's the danger, there's the stress, there's people shouting, there's your own anxieties and fears of going into the danger. And all that is going to take a toll on you. Yeah? You fatigue far quicker in that heat, with that load, with that danger. Well, can you allow that make you sloppy? You know, that's how anybody who works in dangerous environments, they know. As soon as you switch off, as soon as you get sloppy in a dangerous environment, that's when you get hurt. That's when people get killed. Complacency kills. And if you are fatigued and you allow that fatigue make you complacent, if you allow that fatigue take the eye off the ball, you could get hurt. Somebody else could get hurt because of you. So you double down, you get tighter, and you focus even harder. It really becomes a mental game. There's a point where the body is done and it's just the mind that's driving. Anybody who's done extreme endurance events, in fact, most people who've done combat sports will know this. There's a point where the body's just done, but you find a way to keep going. It's kind of the whole point of most military special forces type selection training. They push you beyond physicality to see what you've got upstairs. That lesson from Jared Burke that day kind of soaked into me. And I found myself saying that you don't get tired, you get tighter. More and more as I got a bit older and I was out in doing my own endurance type work. When I left home, my first sort of career was in hotels, and we'd work a 65-hour average week on our feet, running about, carrying trays of food and drink and whatever else. And 65-hour average work week. And on top of that, you'd be out on the hills, running, mountain biking, constantly on the go. You know, an 80-hour week wouldn't be unusual in that job, and still you'd find time to be out on the hills, out on the mountains. So when you get tired, it's like, not tired, not finished. Don't get tired, we get tighter. Yeah, I'm tired, so you focus harder. Now, yeah, you do need to stop, you need to rest, but that's when the job is done. not while you're doing the job. And in terms of training, in terms of lifting, you're doing your final set of 5 reps, and you're looking at that bar and you're tired, fatigued, and you grip up, and it's last set, best set, and the world disappears just for what's a set of 5? 30 seconds, maybe less. And you do the first rep. Then you do the first rep again. Then you do the first rep a third time. Then you do the first rep a fourth time, and then it's the last rep, best rep. Then you do your 5th rep. It's not 5, not really a set of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1 rep repeated 5 times. Every rep is the first rep, right up until that last one. And that's what I took from Jared Burke. That's what I took from that karate training. That's what I took from you. Don't get tired. As you get tired, you get tighter. In the lifting world, last rep, best rep. Last set, best set. In the endurance world, it's just focus harder, dig deeper. Do not get sloppy. The fight world is fascinating. Now, karate back in the 90s was that was the fight world back then. Nowadays it's MMA, and there's an awful lot more going on. Could be judo, could be jiu-jitsu, whatever it is you're doing. This is my friend's Jungle BJJ. This is his old t-shirt. He's got nicer ones since. Still like this one. That's Peter and Sylvia's gym in Dublin. You know, if you've been to a martial arts event, you'd know by the end of your first or second round, you know, as the days dragging on, because they're always long days. If you're doing well, it's a long day. You know you're getting tired. You know you're getting tired. But are you going to let that be the reason you get beat? Oh, we're so tired. No. Learn to dig in. It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. You got the mentality? I reckon most of us can develop it. Now, as always, guys, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your questions. You can get in touch. Go to davehedges.net. Send me an email. Look me up on the social medias and drop me a comment. Drop a comment down below on this YouTube video. As you do so, make sure you do the like and the subscribe bit, and then the notification bell. We'll try and do one of these videos each week, and just the last few weeks it's been a bit of a struggle, but we're hitting our averages. But yeah, let me hear from you. What have you got? Those that have commented and have left questions, well, they're on the list. Yeah, they're on the list. We'll get to them. But keep sending them in. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you, they should be, next week. Take it easy, guys.